like rhymes. No one.
Hello guys, welcome back. Good to see you here again. Alright, so you remember what we were doing last time? We were trying to figure out how to parse a JSON file and read the information inside it so that we can create a map, right? So I mean, of course you need a specific kind of JSON file for that to happen, but essentially what was happening with us is that we were running into an issue where the map was actually not rendering, and I think I could show you that right here, right? So the only thing that was outputting was a string that said water, right? I actually still don't know where that string is coming from, to be honest, because there is nowhere in the code where it specifically, tells the program to print out a string. So before I started the stream, excuse me. So before I started the stream, oh, hold on. Right, so before I started the stream, oh, well, let me leave it open. Right. So before I started the stream, I tried to look up some solutions to the error or the bug, and I was able to use a for of loop and console log whatever it iterated through, right? So I iterate through the key value pairs of the object of data, and because it's an array, I have to specify that's an array of 0. And as I go through the values, the keys and values, I output them into the console, and as you can see over here, that what it's actually outputting is only one of these values. Now it could be because we are specifying row over here. So if we take that out, it should... Okay, so this is what's happening. Let's refresh the page. Okay, and there's a lot of objects as well. So I think that's why it's lagging sometimes. So there's like over 9,000 objects. Whoa. There we go. See, it's doing it again. All right, here we go. There it is. And I'm not sure whether or not it's like stopping at some point and not rendering the rest of them. But essentially what's happening is that the for of loop is enumerating the objects within... Well, it's enumerating something. Why is it giving me object and object? That I don't know. That's the situation as it stands. What if we put it as a for in loop? Oh, then we can't do the key value pair. All right. What if we put in... All right, let's try this one out. Okay, we're gonna put one for of loop with the data set to an index of 0, and the other one is going to be set with an index of 1. I want to see whether or not data 0 and data 1 corresponds to the key value pairs of each. That's correct. It does. So as you can see here, the data 1 is outputting the first square of the map. The data with the index of 0, oh no, the one with the index of 0 is outputting the first one, and the one with the index of 1 is outputting the second one. If that made sense. And here we have the topography I, which is another console log, which is somewhere over here. We can comment that out for now until we figure things out. Now, what I could do is grab that for loop and instead of having it outside, we can put it inside the for loop so that we can switch over the value over here, which is the index, with an I. That way, or sorry, with a J. Then we can comment this whole thing up. Probably why I was having an error here, I think. or not actually. Okay, so the for loop gives us increments j and passes it into the for of loop, where we iterate through the values of all the objects or the key value pairs inside of data. And then it should say that if topography, hold on, what is this? Should be, I think, if data dot j dot topography. Oh, sorry, not like that. Data j dot topography is right. I hope that works. Right? So essentially we were grabbing the value of topography inside of our JSON file, and we are saying, like, if it's less than 3, then just give it a string of water, which we then pass as an ID, and as it passes as an ID, we style it in the CSS so that it would have a specific color depending on like what what element of the map it is, right? So if it's a water, then it would render as blue. If it's sand, it would render as beige, and grass is green, forest is dark olive green. All right, so that works. Oh, hold on. Let's comment this out so that we know for sure what's going on. Topography. All right, it's weird. I don't know. If we run a for loop saying data dot length, no, data dot length is 1 because the JSON file is an array. I mean, I could go into the JSON file and just remove the brackets over here, making it effectively not an array of objects, but I would like to know how I could work it out so that to make it work regardless of whether or not it has brackets. So over here, what I'm thinking I should do is have something along the lines of object entries, something like that. And then not data J, but data. Data. Data dot what? It has to be. maybe I can read. Okay, so how to, I'm gonna Google it, all right? So I'm gonna try to see if I can find something that tells me about how I can access, hold on, actually, let me do one more thing. All right. Okay. All right, so I'd like to know how I can iterate JSON objects side JavaScript loop JSON array. I'm trying to loop through the following JSON, and I've tried the following. Your JSON should look like this. Correct. So if I iterate for some reason I'm only getting the first part of ID one values. Let me see what this. Grab this entire for, comment it out. Okay, and data is have to be so. Dot dot X maybe. Key has own property. I don't know what that's supposed to go, but hold on, I'm gonna give it a second. It might have some problems or some issues rendering the whole array out. Oh, hold on. Data is not defined. Oh, no. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. For some reason, sometimes it just stops working. I think browser. I don't know. I might be wrong, but it seems to me though like the JSON array is so large that it's actually having a hard time reading. Cannot read property to string undefined. Oh, right now because we have because we need to return some information to the thing so that it can return it. But now he commented this thing out, not doing that. Well, let me this again, right? So that it can pass some value to this so that we don't receive an error, and then okay, so now renders. Press 12. Having a hard time. See that? I think the yeah, there it is. Loading. All right. I think what we're getting is X values right over here. Right? Oh, those are the Y values. Log. Looking up has own property. or what it was. Oh yeah, it just turns a boolean. As property. Okay, so I think what I understood is that, well, first and foremost, yeah, the x is actually the y. No, it's correct. X is 53, y is 35. That's correct. Okay, never mind. One thing that's a mystery to me, shared area buffer use across origin isolated sites. All right, I'm gonna try this one more time because I'm not sure I understand what's going on over here. There's 27 26s being rendered and 36 of the rest. And I wonder why it's not like rendering all the way down from 0 all the way up to 53 and just starting at 26, you know? Alright, I guess it's gonna take a second to render. Meantime, I'd like to figure out whether or not there's something that I can change. Ah, there it is. But, okay. Right. Perfect. Alright, so it rendered all the way from 0 to 53. Perfect. Okay, but the problem is that it rendered 35 times. Well, 36. Okay, I think I understand why. That's the Y value, and that's the X value. right? So if we just do the same thing with the console log, but then we do it with the Y. No, hold on. Actually, let's just add it next to it over here. Data dot Y. Right, so if we save that, refresh it, and we wait for another 20 minutes, we should get both Y and X values right over here. All right, I'll give it another second. So how to make web page load. Oh, okay. State loading. Reactjs state loading not changing. Effect fetch data. Oh, yeah, we might have to do it this way. Don't rely on printing stuff outside the hooks because you won't have a real feedback. You can use render method, return with JSX or inside the hooks. Also, since state is reset, when the component is refreshed, you can rely on initializing, loading to. We might have to use effect then. Effect render. Yeah, to render JSON data. What does fetch do? There it is. All right. We were able to render all of them. They're all... But the problem is that it's not... And the next thing I'd like to look at is whether or not I can make it more efficient. Might have to using... Well, I might have to use either use effect or something else I'm not familiar with. Okay. Does use effect help with efficiency? All program.
Réponds, dis-moi que ça va.
I'm curious to know what these guys over here are like, how they do it, because look, bam, everything loads in a freaking second, you know? So okay, these guys use jQuery, and I have no idea how to read that. But okay, so safe to say that what they're using is jQuery. Well, that's not a lot of JavaScript. Like one have this. Oh, that's a lot of JavaScript. Okay. Never mind, I take it back. I mean, this whole thing is... Oh, hold on, this is the function. Yeah, I wanted to look. All right. That's amazing, dude. Unbelievable. They were able to code this entire thing. Fascinating. Fascinating. Like, it makes me wonder whether or not would be more efficient for me to make it so that, where is it? Here. Like, if I have to iterate through the JSON file and then console log it, I feel like that's taking a long time. Or console log it at the same time. I think because, you know, like, it's iterating through it and it's outputting it at the same time. But I'm wondering whether or not if I separate these functions, whether or not that will help me make the program a little bit more efficient, a little bit faster, so that it would load the page in less time. So I could try that out. What we do, create a variable, right, that we will declare over here. Okay, declare it here. All right, and we'll say const map2 equal to empty array. Okay, and then over here, say map dot push say data, essentially this right here. Oh, map2. Oh, it's, never mind. Two different scopes. There we go. So we push it here, and then the console log is something that would happen outside over here. Well, actually, we will have to console log map instead of the old thing, right? So if we do this, and we refresh that, one thing's for sure is that now, much faster. So maybe the way we're saving it is incorrect. X plus plus. Can we put that in an array as well? Or maybe in an object? Can we put that as an object? reload the page. And 7, 8, 9. I can't tell whether it reloaded or not. Oh, there it is. Oh. I don't think it. All right, I'm gonna leave this for a second, and I'm gonna go back here and think some more about what it is we can do. Oh. Okay, so it's doing both now, I guess. All right. Oh my god. Super inefficient. This value was evaluated upon first expanding. It may have changed since then. Alright, so clearly putting it inside this not gonna be good for us. So we're gonna actually do this. We're gonna do a map function. So we're gonna do map to map x. Oh, all right, let me see if that works. Because what we're doing right now is like we're outputting to the console every time we save a new array value to the array, which is not something we want to do. Oh my god, look at this. Okay, no, we're actually saving all of them in one go. And saving them again? Yeah. Okay, so this is not what we need to do. This is what we need to do. Right. But now it's a little bit too complicated. Right? Because now we are... I'm thinking what the hell's going on right now, and whether or not we need to put this here in these brackets. I'm gonna save it for a second, reload, see what we get. There we go. All right, now it makes no sense whatsoever. All right, so it's saving them as separate values. Not what I want. So maybe if we put the plus here instead of the comma. There we go. Right, so let's add a space as well between them. And now it all looks much better. The only problem is that it's saving them hundreds. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Okay, what if we do this? No. I was gonna console log it again, but hold on. For the sake of trying it out, I just would like to see what would happen if I do the same thing for this one. So if I add plus sign here and give a space, add a space somewhere in them, save that, reload it. Inefficient. Okay, so now that I'm sure, I'm gonna touch this again, and I'm gonna uncomment these out, save those, refresh it. I'm just gonna close it because it's gonna take a while for it to reload, and I'm just gonna start the server. Right? Right. Okay, so now we have the array that contains 1,943 values, which is everything. There's one last thing I'd like to do. Instead of saving everything into an array, I want everything to be like an object instead. Let me see if I can do this here. I want it to be an object. Probably gonna have to use something other than the push function. Save values as object, like map. Because here map object, not saving object key. The reason is that objects are references to values in JavaScript. Objects with the identical value are evaluated as different since it's stored as two different values. If you use the same, you will get the result you expect. Okay, so if I understand, we need to give each one of these objects a unique key. Otherwise, values are going to override. And essentially, that's what's going on over here. This is why it's saving them in hundreds, right? If I'm not mistaken, because here's going 0, 1. Then 1 is not... Oh, no, hold on. These two values are not repeated. Okay, no, I don't know. I don't think this is the same problem that we're facing. Is it? Can we do set? Already set does not exist on type object. Well, what is new map then? It's class? map function for objects. Yes, that's the one. Object.key. Alright, so I'm just gonna paste that here and start value object.key of data dot map function x passing arguments data no data element implicitly has an any type because index expression is not of the type number. Okay, so I thought removing the incrementation there would have helped. That type string. Now, there's got to be a TypeScript thing that I'm not aware of. Parameter string. Give those. I have absolutely no idea, like, really. Trying stuff over here. Index is declared no. Party key does not exist. Type string. Element implicit type is index, not of the type number. Dot index. Guy's pretty advanced. Let me see if actually I can try to fix it from a different way, in a different way actually. Array. Okay. Okay, so it has to do with something that is limiting it, and I'm not sure what that is. I mean, what's crazy is that you can actually see the whole code inside the website, inside websites out of Facebook. All right, so you can. Crazy thing is that it's React, and I can't really tell what the hell's going on. Oh, there we go. That's crazy. You can actually see the code that they used to code Facebook. Wow. Wow. It's pretty freaking advanced, that's for sure. And I do notice a theme, you know, with all the websites. They all use letters for variables instead of entire words. I mean, I would guess that internally they probably have some sort of a rule book or guidelines that tells them, like, all right, if you're going to use a variable to do this kind of thing, that you use, you know, this letter or that letter. I'm guessing, I don't know, but it would just make sense, you know. All right, so they're back at it. A mistake. How was it? Oh yeah, it was an array. I tried to switch it over to a type object inside it. So it's an array of objects. I save it like that and I reload. Get the same. Okay, you know what I think? I think this is just an output. And in reality, what we have is this. So I've been worried about, like, oh, you know, why is it separated into hundreds? It's just for the sake of outputting it in a way that is pretty. I had them XX and at first. Now they're correct. All right, so now that we've pushed the map, would like to find out whether or not we can actually save them as objects. So like this. Saying no because why? An error. All right, this is unnecessary over here. We don't need to initialize the variable as an object array or an empty object within an array. Okay, let's write it a little bit. Right, we're just dash in between both values. That would make it look much short. Right, there you go. A lot less to look at. Yeah. All right, so that's for 1. For 2, I need to start figuring out how to give each values like I want to be able to store them in a place where you can actually click and I don't know, do I need a class or something? Probably need a class, don't I? All right, look. Let's start with Okay, no, I think what's going on is because we're pushing it into map, then it's losing the structure that it had within the JSON file, right? What we want to do is not to push it. I don't think so. All right, for the sake of trial and error, I'm gonna try to push the topography number, so data dot topography into not map2. I want to define a new variable. Call that topo topography. Set an array. So we push all the values of topography into the topo variable. There it is. There it is. Okay. We're defining a class over here, and then we're pushing the class itself into map. So if we console log map here for a second, just how that looks like. Not inside the for loop, outside the. There you go. Right, you get props, then you get terrain type. What does that look like inside the fort? Type of simple React element. I don't know where it's getting all this information. But one thing's for sure is that everything is being read properly and that it should. Which is crazy. I have absolutely no idea how to make that work. All right, we need another one of these. What we need. Uh, Render it. Render it. App. So then map to mapper load map to. Okay, so this generate the map. Similar how green square stat does it, but instead of rendering map through, we actually have to pass it from here map to. Have map reloaded. Here we pass in, right, and grain type, add in. Map reloaded cannot be used. Turn type valid. This whenever some commented out, see if that helps. Does help. Essentially, right, string type to string. Be something like if topography. Map real dot topography work. There's definitely something the way I'm calling it. Data. Yeah. I think the I will tell you what I'm gonna do, but you're not gonna like it. I'm gonna start fresh. Because this thing is throwing me the hell the way off. You know, which component, you know, is reading the other's component is not working for me. Oh, my bad. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna navigate out of the game. and I'm gonna do npx create React app. We're gonna call that game 2. I just feel like it's a lot cleaner this way. Because in the other one, I have like multiple different things reading from the others, and like it's a mess, right? Let me start clean so I can better, excuse me, what's going on. And I will see if we can solve it. Hopefully we'll be able to. All right, in this new app, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have one single component that does nothing else other than read the information off of a JSON file. And still going. My bad, I did not see that the screen was actually closed. My bad. All right. Did it actually create it? Okay, let's game. JSON parsing practice. All right, so now I'm going to try to create it again. I'm probably going to have to reinstall TypeScript as well. All right, where were we? All right, great. So let's CD into our game 2. And shall open up Visual Code. And we're gonna here so we can serve from terminal instead. Game 2. Okay. And what are we gonna do? Folder called components. That components, we're gonna add a new file. We're gonna make it map parser. Let's call it map parser for now. It's gonna be TSX, so I might have to like install TSX again. TSX bash man. Oh. Not sure where I found it last time. I really hope I can find it again. Got it. Install TypeScript and Node project. No. Install TypeScript in React project. Adding TypeScript. There it is. Copy that. Here. Thinking. All right, so now we installed it. Let's import the JSON file that we had. I think is game 1. We're just gonna rename it to game. That way we can save files here up until we install everything. Sorry, we complete all the components that are needed. Completed. We'll save all the pictures and stuff in here as well. All right, so that's one. Over here, we're gonna import React. I don't know if we still need to import it, but we'll import React date case, I guess, from. Then we'll import data from new.json. Over here, we will declare an interface. I'm not sure how we used. If I can find something about it. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do something super simple. All right, I'm just gonna define a function like that. Function. Oh, it's export default. There we go. Scared the hell out of me. All right, so what we're gonna do, make sure that it's working, is we're gonna return div. That already have the server started. Oh, we should pass it into import map parser. Oh. Then we just have to pass it in. That, and we oh, it falls outside of the map. Okay, that should do. Sometimes run into this error. I do remember that the fix is super simple, but I just can't remember what it is right now. Huh. Okay, I think it's because we installed um, TypeScript. Haven't restarted the server yet, so if I try to start the server. Should work. Your TS config has been what? Catch that. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Right, so it's working. Data. Objects are not valid as React child. Meant to render a collection of dead. What if we do data dot x? Great. So it renders it out just fine. If we I or hold on, if we or let data um what if we put div over side? So I'm just trying things out to try to understand like how the program. Okay, maybe we'll call it inside of a function. Like for map parser function. Bam. Oh. Right, what is it? Oh yeah, we need let map parser return. That functions are not valid as a React child. This may happen if you're and this like this. Okay. What if we what if you written it what if we had written it side happen? Oh, okay, so maybe it has to be. Oh, okay, okay, I see it. Then there. Press that. Okay. All right, so let me backtrack a little. Try to see what would happen if we called data I. Then we created a for loop. Said let I I is less data. Oh no, this is not going to work. Data.length essentially is 1. Right? Object. JavaScript has only one data type which can contain multiple values. Object. Array is a special form of object. Objects have the form of this. Arrays have the form of that. Both arrays and objects expose a key value structure. An array must be numeric, whereas any string can be used as object. The key value pairs are also called the properties. Properties can be accessed either using dot notation. Properties. Right. Dot X. That's correct. All right, well, one thing's for sure, we are getting closer. Um, we just that goes. Okay, so we're gonna grab that. We're gonna. That's what I mean, man. You know, one component. It's not too complicated. You're not too worried about like what's talking to what. And grab top data. Um, but we'll just return data. Can happens. Objects are not valid as a React child. Can we do a count over here? We'll do a var count 0, count plus plus, plus Then over here, below it, we'll say return. Same as we had before, was div. Inside the div, we'll say data. Then we'll count inside of there. Dot x. What's wrong with you now? Oh, there it is. Okay. Gotcha. Now read property x undefined. Console, let's console log it, see actually the whole thing. Is but essentially what it's giving us, it's the length. That's where exactly what we're looking for. But you know, speaking of which, if that's what we're looking for, could we pass it in function right in here? Forget about the count. Yep. Something's happened, that's for sure. At least I think so. Not refreshing. Hold on. Let me close this down. I'm gonna restart the server. Start. No. Neither is. What the hell's going on? Not pre. By comment. Because it needs return value. What about count plus? Oh, sorry. Log to count. Well, I think this is a good exercise to just help me understand, how to read through JSON data. Um, my only issue is that when we console log it from inside here, I feel like it's so heavy on the browser that the browser starts having a hard time reading the information, which is possibly the reason why it doesn't reload as well. So this is why I'm having to restart the server every time. I think the best thing we can do is just like try to save it to a variable and then output that variable. Um, let's define a new array over here. Okay, and then we'll set it to an array. Then we say array dot put, and we'll put prop. Okay, and once we prop, say turn array. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, but why is it joined together like that? Console log it as well to see how. Ferrari. All right, so it just has. What does it have? I think these are the key value pairs, and it's counting them as one. No, sorry, not key value pairs. Yeah, the key value pairs. So key value pair 0 is 0. So we can probably like reach into it. Say data oh yeah. I had it open early. Find it again. That's where we're looking, I think. I'm just gonna delete all this again. Data dot length. Icon. Say of what? Doesn't go into the scope? Fascinating. It only works inside. Fine. Push that. Oh, dude. Every time it does that every time whenever we're not iterating through the entire thing. I'm gonna close it again and restart. G. I don't know. I feel like console log is. Yeah. Yeah, we've been here before. Can we put a return maybe, and maybe have that div have the object inside of it? Right. What would that give us? What about object.x? That work? Yes, that's actually much better. I wonder if we can create a for each inside of the for loop. So it would be looking something like object for each. For each not exist for type. Okay. We can't call it an object. Can we say object I dot for each? Object brackets I dot for. But data. What if we data for that? Can we map through? We had it earlier. I just don't remember where I found it. All right, guys. Unfortunately, we are actually out of time. But I want to thank everyone again for watching. I'll be back on tomorrow to try to figure the rest of this out. Maybe we'll work on something else. Maybe we'll just study courses on Codecademy. I'll see what I feel like I'm up for. I would really like to figure this thing out. You know, this has been really eluding me, and I would really like to figure out how it's done. So again, I would really like it if you guys supported the company that I work for, which is sponsoring the streams, and well, mainly we're doing that so that we can grow our community. So it would really mean a lot to me if you actually visit our website, join our Discord, our Facebook, and maybe even our Instagram. And yeah, we're gonna be doing more of these streams. So if you guys are enjoying them, let me know. I would really would appreciate the feedback. I'm uploading the videos at the end of each stream, or for the most part, I'm uploading them to YouTube. So yeah. Anyway, I hope to see you guys tomorrow, and until then, have a good practice. Bye, guys.